In the last chapter, Eliza woke up in complete confusion, only to realize she was back in her old room, the one she lost years ago. Her sister Hazel was alive, smiling, and everything looked just like before the tragedy. Unsure if it was a dream or a miracle, Eliza chose not to question it. For her, even a dream, this real was enough. She was ready to cherish every moment and protect the life she once ruined.
Welcome to Fabula Vox, the voice of untold emotions and unforgettable tales. Let the story begin.
Chapter 3. Must hit the target. Eliza took a deep breath. Regina? Yes, that witch. The one who destroyed her sister's life. How could she ever forget her? She was still deciding where to begin, but then Regina came forward and Eliza felt no need to show mercy. Eliza told Hazel that she also wanted to listen. Hazel smiled, thinking that her little sister missed Regina and wanted to hear her voice. Without hesitation, she turned on the speaker, and now Eliza could clearly hear Regina's tone, smooth, fake, and filled with sweetness. Yeah, dear, I'm good. What about you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you got the notification, but I guess you didn't. Unfortunately, I just found out from a friend that the competition is today, and I was busy, that's why I didn't notice your presence. Oh, sorry, my love. The competition just ended, and we're waiting for the results. Don't worry, you'll get more chances. If I win, I'll recommend you for sure. Evil Witch. Eliza was right. That competition was supposed to be Hazel's golden chance, a fashion design contest she had been waiting for. She had missed it once before because of a date change. But this time, the story about the shifted date was a lie Regina's perfect trap. She had presented Hazel's design as her own and won first prize. Her career began to shine after that day. None of them not. Hazel, not her parents, not even Eliza had ever doubted Regina before. For years, she had pretended to be kind, never showing her true colors. They trusted her blindly, and in return, paid the price for their blindness. Regina had climbed to success standing on their backs, and none of them even realized it. Eliza smiled bitterly and said, Hey, sis Regina, why are you lying? There's no notification on the official website. Regina hesitated for a second, clearly thrown off by Eliza's sudden question. But then she laughed. Oh ho, dear little sis, why would I lie? It's what my friend said. And I'm at the venue right now, the competition just ended. Okay, bye. I'll talk to you later. She hung up. Hazel sat in silence, staring at the phone, lost in disbelief. How could she be so stupid to miss such a golden opportunity? Seeing her sister like that broke Eliza's heart. She remembered everything from their previous life. The sadness lingered for a moment, but she quickly pushed it away. This time, she would not let anyone play with their lives. Eliza placed a hand on Hazel's shoulder. Sis, don't panic. Maybe this was just Regina's prank. We'll go there tomorrow and find out what's really going on. If what Regina said is true, we'll take legal action. How could they not post the date on their website? Don't worry, okay? Hazel looked up, startled. Legal action? Dear, what are you saying? Maybe I really missed the chance. Eliza could clearly see the disappointment on her sister's face. Come on, sis. Who do you believe more, me or Regina? Everything's going to be fine. Trust me. Hazel took a deep breath, then smiled faintly. Yeah, you might be right. We'll go tomorrow and see what's going on. She stood up and went to the sewing room. Eliza's eyes followed her. She knew exactly what time it was, the beginning of her sister's tragic life in the previous timeline. She had to act fast to change everything. But first, she needed to open her mother's eyes. Eliza picked up the plates and walked to the kitchen. She kissed her mother on the cheek and began washing the dishes. Casually, she started the conversation. Mom, do you remember Mr. Walker, the teacher from your old school? You introduced us once when we met him on the street. Mrs. Wilson smiled warmly. Oh, yes, I remember. I can't believe you still do. Why do you ask? Eliza smiled back, though her mind was elsewhere. A few days ago I saw him. He was talking to a young man, looked like a teacher too. He wore glasses and had such a decent personality. When I reached there, Mr. Walker had already left. Coincidentally, that young man and I were going in the same direction. I saw him again this time. He met a girl. She was beautiful. They went inside the mall I was visiting, and later I saw them again at the cafe. They were talking happily, and he even kissed her on the cheek. She paused dramatically, smiling to herself. So I made up a little poetry at that moment. Want to hear it? Mrs. Wilson looked at her curiously. Eliza knew she was talking nonsense, but she had to play along. My love, I lost my heart to you. Please do not lose me now. Mrs. Wilson burst out laughing. What's gotten into you, my dear? Since when are you interested in this kind of cheesy stuff? Eliza laughed too. Mom, they practically forced me to write that poetry. We had so many coincidences. I just took advantage of the moment and tried to be creative. Both of them laughed together. When Eliza left the kitchen, she exhaled slowly. Ugh, that was so cheesy, she muttered to herself with a small smile, but deep down she knew what she was doing. That decent young man wasn't just anyone, he was Mark Walker, Mr. Walker's nephew, a high school teacher with a car, a good salary, and a perfect middle-class reputation, a dream husband in everyone's eyes. But behind those glasses hid a monster no one had seen. It was either fate or careful planning, because 10 days after Hazel's missed competition, Mr. Walker introduced Mark to Mrs. Wilson as a marriage proposal for Hazel. Hazel, feeling like a failure, agreed to meet him. Everything looked perfect. Within 2 months, they were married and her nightmare began. To this day, Eliza still doesn't know why Mark married her sister when he already had a lover before marriage. But one thing was clear. That woman couldn't have children, and Hazel paid the price. Mark forced her to work and bear children, but every pregnancy ended in miscarriage. Until one day, the doctor said they could only save one, the mother or the baby. Mark didn't hesitate. He chose the baby. That was how Eliza lost her sister in her last life. But not this time. She had already fired her first arrow, and now she only had to wait for it to hit the target.